More meetings this year and 8 next year.
What's going on? 4 car running, 2 more coming in ambulance.
About inflation and inflation rate, people look at the interest rate because maybe their mortgage is coming
Must
up.
be a shooting.
What were some of the other key factors about what is going on right now? Clearly, the economy is looking shaky, and concerns about a recession. That must have been a key factor in why they lowered it.
Yeah, unemployment and GDP were not good in Canada right now, and because the government took away the carbon tax, and because they removed the counter tariffs, the self-inflicted inflationary pressure that was coming from the economy has effectively gone away. And so the Bank of Canada said, all right, well, if you're not going to inflict damage...
coming again, another police vehicle, that's... Holy frick.
I think the thing that we're going to have to watch for, though, is about 8 months or so, once it gets to the
What's going on?
of the carbon tax, some of that inflation is going to return just purely in the way that things
That's
are measured.
6 and 2
Because we're going to be comparing 12-month period of non-carbon tax economy, and if that inflation resurfaces, from the Bank of Canada next year might have to make that Sophie's choice decision of, do we try and save the economy or do we try and rein in inflation? But for now, like they said, short-term is what's concerning them, and it's the unemployment and GDP numbers that have them scared.
And 2 ambulance.
Is an intersection between America and Trump? Is that the main factor that lowering that rate is hopefully going to help? And can you try to explain that to people on how it might affect them and the way they live?
Sure. So because the tariffs are still in place,
and more coming from the opposite side from where those
because we tried to front load a lot of our expectations before the tariffs came in, it makes
it should be a shooting on that side, man. And it's just after school let over.
Pardon the pun, because of all that economic activity. So with the Bank of Canada cutting interest rates right now, anybody who has an interest rate that's variable, whether that's mortgages, line of credit, credit cards, student loans, car loans, you should see by the end of the week that your bank is cutting the interest rate a quarter of a percentage point. The issue is
so that police station from Wilson and Junior, and then the one at frig, another one coming.
Means that payment will stay the same, but more will go towards paying down the principal.
That's the one from Junior and Wilson.
There's not going to be more money in your pocket necessarily.
And when it comes to how this kind of thing might affect the economy, can't that stuff, take maybe 6 months to a year?
Yeah, and that's the comment that you have discussed for a few years now, that when interest rate cuts happen, this is not the tomorrow money or gas is on the economy. It's going to take months. I would actually say it's 18 to 24 months before it plays its way through. So at best, the impact is probably psychological more than anything, that people feel that, all right, there's a little bit of relief coming. And if that incentivizes them to spend a little bit more, then, hey, that could give the economy a little bit of a boost. But at the end of the day, when you realize there's not that extra money in your pocket, or not substantially more, then things kind of go back to the way they were, and it does take time to play its way through.
Is there anything that you would advise people, again, reading earlier today, that as much as 1 million mortgages will come up before the end of this year, what would you advise people? I guess it might be it might be different if they've owned their home for 25 years versus just owned it for 2 years, but would you expect the rate to continue to quality of life in Toronto as a
Hey, what a guan again, I'm here. Right now, I'm here on turning on Wilson. That's where was the accident. Saturday I was driving behind this van and somebody run out and hit him, and it just turned over right on the side. And the funniest thing, my camera was running, but just before I reached there, my battery died. And I was right behind the guy, bumper to bumper. So see, I would see everything with the accident. And my battery died. So what I try to do nowadays is try to have my camera running. Either I'm going to keep it for upload or I delete it. But it's good to have your camera running when you're driving, so you can, something come up, you see it, You delete it or you upload it. I didn't have a picture at that time with a video. I just take a couple pictures, but I still have to delete some of them. Even though I have some of them, I have maybe one or two of them up. But it was so bad. Driving with my camera, the accident come and I didn't have nothing to show. I would see exactly what happened, but I just saw the car just spinning in front, and just turn over. It's like it went over in a slow motion. This is still on Dufferin Street. I'm going up to Home Depot, which is northeast of Dufferin.
On Canada. Mexico has started a public consultation process to gather information on the trade agreement. It has so far shielded Canada and Mexico from the full impact of American tariffs.
Meanwhile, Mark Carney will travel to Mexico tomorrow. The Prime Minister's office says he will meet with Mexico's president. They're scheduled to talk about security, infrastructure, investment, energy, and trade. The visit is intended to enhance ties with Canada's key trading partner.
Three more senior ministers in former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's cabinet are reportedly set to receive diplomatic appointments. PTV News has learned former Defense Minister Bill Blair will likely become the High Commissioner to the UK. Former Justice Minister David Lamont will be Ambassador to the United Nations. And former Energy Minister Jonathan Wilkinson has been offered Ambassador to the European Union. This follows the announcement yesterday that Chrystia Freeland will be Canada's new special representative to Ukraine.
In the UK, Donald Trump is being hosted by King Charles at Windsor Castle.
The UK is pulling out all the stops for the U.S. president, who is known to be a fan of PTV's Washington Bureau Chief Joy Malvin with us. And we have some conspiracy theories.
Yes, still here.
Coming up. Truth is what do you consider yourself successful or not at all? In some ways, yeah. If it was like a checkbox, maybe like 6 and 10.
on my brake when that guy, when we glimpse that guy, I go and crossing from the people coming. Then him talk about the thing me gonna kill him. Him just walk behind in front of the vehicle and expect me to see him behind. But we never meet up every
And Waco ended with the compound being stormed.
Oh, night drawdown, so dark. So people, I'm gonna end this video shortly. It's night and night doesn't work out with the video properly. So have a good night and stay safe. See you tomorrow at the next location. Bye for now.